Hello guys and welcome back to another FPL video. I know Game Week 20 is still not over yet, but I wanted to start preparing for Game Week 21. We're back with one of my favorite series that I do on YouTube, and it's the best team for the upcoming Game Week. We're going to see the best team for the upcoming Game Week 21, and I've prepared some Game Week 21 differentials that are not only going to help you for Game Week 21, but they can affect your rank going forwards as well, as you will be able to keep them for a very good green run of fixtures where your players may get the best returns possible. As you can see, we are slowly but surely trying to reach the 2,500 subscriber goals. I'm quite off of it, but let's try to reach the highest number possible from this video together, and let's see where the journey will take us all. The team value for this team is quite high, 102.8 million. I think that this is a high value, but a lot of managers will be able to afford that team. Have in mind that this is not a recommendation to activate the free hit, nor the wild card, nor anything. This is just a team for fun. Basically like a scout selection, like Fantasy Football Scout does, in my opinion, even before watching all the games and before seeing the midweeks, pictures and everything. So yeah, this is only for fun reasons. I hope you like it. I hope you can get some players from here if you're looking for a 1 week punt. Some of them are good for the longer run, especially those differentials. You can target the better players from those teams. A lot of great stuff you can get from that video as information. It's not based on high numbers, it's not based on anything. This is just my feeling, my point of view of the game. Hope you like it. If you do, don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to like. Now let's dive into the upcoming Game Week 21 best team. Before diving into the team, of course, we need to see the fixtures and we need to pinpoint some teams that we may target. Of course, Brentford defensively are weak, and I think Manchester City can score goals. So attack from Man City is one thing that I would own. Chelsea has a specific player that I would like to own. West Ham Fulham is unpredictable in my opinion. Probably Fulham will win, but I don't see anyone catching my eye to go for. Liverpool Forest, of course, there is a specific pair from both teams that I would like in. Everton Aston Villa, I think Aston Villa clean sheet is going to be with a very high chance. Leicester Crystal Palace, I think Crystal Palace here will feast. I know that they have not been the most amazing team, but I am in belief that fixtures create form. So I think against Leicester it will start. Newcastle against Wolves, I believe that we need to capitalize on the Newcastle good fixture wave and good results wave. So I think targeting players from there is important. Then Arsenal versus Spurs, I think that Spurs are conceding a lot of goals, so someone to target from Arsenal is a good option. Ipswich Brighton, they're on the rise, they're scoring goals, so I think against Ipswich they can do. And United versus Southampton, even though United are not in the best shape possible, Southampton is just horrendous, and I believe targeting some Manchester United players will benefit us. So we have a lot of room to wiggle around the team, unlike Game Week 20, where the team looked a little bit hard to build, because at the end of the day, I think that it was not the best possibility to go for the best fixtures. But yeah, at the end of the day, I think the team did pretty okay-ish. Now let's see how I'm seeing Game Week 21, and let's see what we can build from the fixtures. As per usual, we are starting with the goalkeepers and with the bench fodder. The bench fodder is the 4 players with the lowest prices in the game that are just not taking up some budget. Those players, some of them are not playing, the others are not with good fixtures, but honestly, we do not care about it. Sangare is injured, Johnson is not regular, Greaves is regular, Iversen is not playing. So at the end of the day, this is only a bench fodder. Don't look at it. It doesn't matter what you put on the bench. It's not added into the team. It's added to the team value. That's why I'm going with the cheapest players possible. But for now, don't look at the bench at all and don't take any notes of it. Those are just fodder players. Now, starting with the goalkeeper's position, there are several players that are good in that game week, but I believe Aston Villa against Everton for Emi Martinez is going to be a great fixture. I know that they've conceded against Leicester, but Everton can't score to save their life. Honestly, I feel like they are so bad at scoring that when they face someone, I'm opting for one of their defenders into this team. I'm not a fan of Dini, I'm not a fan of Match Cash. Konsa is a little bit questionable, but Emi Martinez is a solid keeper, ever present in the lineup. He's not rotated, he's not rested. 5 million you're paying for him. It's a good price for a goalkeeper. It's one of the last good fixtures. No, I would be lying if I say it's one of the last good fixtures for Emi Martinez, but for sure there is some shaky fixture run after Everton away, but still I think you can go for him even for after that shaky fixture run. The fixtures turn for the better, so Emi Martinez is a very good option, at least in my eyes. 5 million, I know it's a lot. You can go for someone like Henderson, who is way cheaper, and we already seen that he's facing Leicester, but I just believe that Emi Martinez is the right choice for a goalkeeper in the best team for the week. Moving into defense, we are having 3 players, 1 right back, 1 left back, and 1 center back. We're going to start with the right back. As already discussed, Henderson. I think Munoz will cover great the Crystal Palace team. 4.7, Leicester away, attacking as hell, basically playing as a right winger for most of the time. I think Munoz will benefit a lot of managers for getting him for the upcoming week. I think he is amazing. I think that he has a great potential that he has not unlocked yet, and I believe that he will be unlocking it further down the road. And now with the great fixtures that are coming, I think his form will rise, just like Ho's form did in the past couple of weeks, as he had good fixture run. Speaking of Ho, Wolves at home 4.8, I think that this is one of the best fixtures that suits Lewis Ho, as he tends to perform really well against 5 at the back formations. He can cross the ball, he can overlap Gordon. Gordon is cutting inside, the left back is giving him position, and Ho is overlapping. It's basically how they scored against Manchester United, and I think that the 5 back is not a very secure formation for Wolves at the moment as well, and Ho will capitalize on that part of the game. 4.8 is a lot. You can get a lot cheaper defender from Newcastle, but I believe now with Botman back, I'm not sure Burn Place is safe, so I will be going with the safest option, which is Lewis Ho against Wolves. Gabriel makes an appearance into the team, and a lot of you will think that's strange, but I wanted to have an Arsenal player. None of the attackers are pretty exciting for me, apart from 1 striker, but I did not have a place to put him into the lineup, so it had to be a defender. Spurs at home. Spurs are conceding second most set piece goals in the league after Manchester United, and I think from set pieces Gabriel will be beneficial. He already scored in the reverse fixture when they faced in game week 4, so I'm highly in belief that Gabriel will be quite important in the upcoming fixture against Spurs. 6.4 is a lot of money that you're paying, but you can go for a premium defender here. Van Dijk against Forest or Trent against Forest, I do not like that much. Then you go for Guardiola against Brentford. I feel like Brentford can score against anyone, so I'm not quite tempted to risk it there, but Gabriel at Spurs, a clean sheet is a potential, as North London derbies tend to go Arsenal's way, and a goal from a corner kick or a set piece is in the future for him. So yeah, I believe that Gabriel is a very good addition into the upcoming game week 21. Going into midfield, as you can see, there are 2 very expensive players and 2 very cheap players. This week I'm not opting for any mid-priced midfielders in particular, and I have a very good reasoning to do so. So first of all, let's talk about Salah. So Salah against Forest. I know that Forest are very sound defensively, but I just believe that Salah is the best player in the Prem currently, and I don't see myself starting a week without him. Probably not the best captain option for the upcoming game week 21, but at the end of the day, not owning him will be detrimental to hurt a lot of people. So 13.6, I know it's a lot of money for a safety option, but I genuinely think that every fixture is a good fixture for him, and you can rely on him all of the time. He will be most probably facing against Nick Williams, as I expect Aina to be on the right wing position, right back position, sorry. So yeah, I genuinely feel like Forest away is still an okay fixture for Salah. Then we move to Palmer at Bournemouth at home, 11.4. Once again, a lot of money spent, 25 million between both of them. I know it's hell of a lot of money, but Bournemouth at home, I think Bournemouth are sound defensively, but Chelsea need to start winning. I don't know what's happening with Chelsea. They've lost 2 games and drew 2 games in the last 4. Basically, they're without a win, and if they want to start winning, they will need those home points, and Palmer will be a very good captaincy option. 11.4, once again, a lot of money, but at the end of the day, it's Bournemouth, so I think it's completely worth it. Amat in Southampton. I don't believe in any Manchester United player, but I don't believe in Southampton in general. Right wingers tend to perform amazingly well against Southampton, and guess who is the right winger for Manchester United? That is Amad Diallo. I believe that he will be having so many opportunities, and I believe that he will be creating so many chances that he will get some returns. Those of you that are with Amat, I would be holding him for sure against Southampton, because I don't think it gets better than that. At home against Southampton, sign me up. Sar against Leicester is my second Crystal Palace player. I am really in belief that fixtures create form, and Sar has been in a bad form in particular, but he has been racking up some good numbers. He cannot just convert, and his teammates are not there to convert, but I think with the fixture run improving, I think he will keep scoring. He scored against Arsenal, he scored in the Prem against someone twice, then he should have scored against Southampton last week. Against Chelsea, he did not have opportunities to score, but in general, he had good assisting opportunities, so I would say that Leicester away from home is a good fixture for Sar to start firing once again, and at 5.9, you are in a very, very good position to get those attacking returns for a very, very cheap price. Eze is once again an option, but if I put Eze, the budget would have been even higher, and I just wanted to fit into the budget, and that was the sacrifice that I had to make. Going into the forward line, I think there is a robot appearing. That's Erling Haaland. Brentford away. He scored in 2 consecutive games, 3 goals in the last 2. He's returning into top form. I believe that he will cause issues against Brentford. Brentford, usually the center forwards tend to perform well against them, because I don't know what's happening with them, but they cannot defend in the best way possible. Away from home, I know, but Brentford, who are conceding for fun. So yeah, 14.8. This is where the budget have went for this week. So that's the reason for no more expensive defenders. That's the reason for no cheap mid-priced midfielders. Sorry, everything went for Erling Haaland. I know that it might sound tricky or unnecessary to go for Haaland, but I think for a 2-week punt, Haaland is going to be a very, very good option. Already 2 against West Ham. In the reverse fixture against Brentford, I think he scored a goal, if I'm not mistaken, so I think he will want to double up. Isak against Wolves at home. He just got a yellow card for not wanting to leave the field earlier, which cost him the bonus and cost him an extra point, so those were 2 points that disappeared from his tally overall. But at the end of the day, I think against Wolves he will be performing well. As mentioned, Ho and probably Livramento will be overlapping and crossing the ball, and guess who is in the middle of all those crosses? Apart from Isaac, Joelinton is in the middle of those crosses as well, but I genuinely think a penalty taker here will boost the chances for him to score and to perform. He is even a high captaincy option if you're not going for Palmer. Haaland is a very good captaincy option as well against Brentford. I would say that Palmer, Isaac and Haaland this week are better than Salah. Pedro against Ipswich, I don't know if he will be scoring or he will be not, but he has been having that luck as a free cent, 2 very jammy assists, a very jammy penalty, then he converted 2 9-pointers at 5.7 against Ipswich at home, away, sorry, who says no for a penalty taker for a 5.7, and he's nailed for minutes. He will be rested in the FA Cup in my opinion, and he will be fully firing in the upcoming game week in the Prem. So this is the full squad that I wanted to present to you. Hopefully you like it. Now we'll jump into some differential players that you can pick for every position. Have in mind that not all of the differentials are good specifically for this week, but the run is there, and I think that they can get you points in the longer run if you're looking for a replacement for one of your players. But I think that this squad is scoring, if you get the captaincy right, over 70 points, which could be massive in the game, especially when players are not so fully equipped for the upcoming game week 21. Starting in the differential department from the goalkeeper, Alisson Becker makes an appearance once again this week, only under 7%. I know Forest, Brentford and Ipswich may not look like the ideal fixture run, but I think after that it improves even more. I think Forest are good at scoring some jammy goals, Brentford as well, Ipswich as well, but I think Liverpool will lock the door, and I think that Forest, Brentford and Ipswich will score 2 goals maximum against the 3 games, so I think at least 1 clean sheet is in the future. Then he has a double up, then he has a lot of potential for clean sheets because of fixtures, so I believe that Alisson Becker is one of the better goalkeepers to go for. And with the percentages that he's currently, he will be a ginormous differential, and that means a lot, and I mean a lot, by saying 6.8 for that run of fixtures. Massively. Then we go to Dubravka at 1.6% until Pop is injured, and by the looks of it, it's not going to be coming back soon, at least what reports are saying. Wolves, Bournemouth and Southampton are a very good fixture run to target Dubravka. He's a cheap way into the Newcastle defense. He's a differential way into the double probably Newcastle defense. So at 1.6%, I will be going for Dubravka. Wolves, Bournemouth and Southampton, as already mentioned, I think it will create fixture proof for the Newcastle defense. And in the next three, I believe that they will be keeping 2 clean sheets. So I think it's a good potential to start your goalkeeper differential pot. Next up, we will be talking about defenders, Gay and Munoz from Crystal Palace. Both of them will be good options. I prefer Munoz highly, but if you're looking for a center back at nailed team option from set pieces, that is Gay. 5.6 Leicester, West Ham, Brentford. I think it's an amazing fixture run for Crystal Palace. Honestly, I prefer Munoz. 4.8%, that is still quite low. I think that this number will increase enormously in the future weeks. I think he will be the whole of the previous weeks. Those 3 fixtures, probably 2 clean sheets, if not 2 attacking returns. I believe that Munoz will be getting those 15 pointers in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, if I was looking for a defender for the next 3, it will be Munoz without a shadow of a doubt. I will pick him over any defender in the game. Castagne for Fulham, West Ham, Leicester and Manchester United. I know that Manchester United is considered a harder fixture, but West Ham, Leicester, basically the defenders that I'm recommending will have West Ham and Leicester with switched fixtures. So if you're looking for 2 defenders, I think Munoz and Castagne are your guys. Both of them play as right wing backs, as advanced as possible, and they're just great. I don't have anything else to add, honestly, for those flying wing backs, as only that they are so good. Schär is a very interesting option to go for that Newcastle defense. He's a danger from set pieces. He's a danger from open play, and he can keep clean sheets like nobody's business. And he's very high on bonus points always. Yes, he's pretty high on price. And if you're going for a Newcastle defender, maybe Ho is the better option. But if you already own Ho and you're looking for the second player to invest in that Newcastle defense, Schär is your guy. 1.7%. Wolves, Bournemouth, Southampton. I think in the next 3 they do some madness, and I think that they will be getting a lot of attacking and defensive returns. So Newcastle, Palace and Fulham will be the teams that I will be targeting defensively for the next 3. I know that they are a mid-table teams, especially Palace, who are even considered low side. Fulham are mid-table. Newcastle are flying for the top 4 spots, but in general, if you're looking for differential players, those 4 players will benefit you a lot. Moving into midfield, as you can see, there are already 2 other Palace players. Eze on some set pieces and on some great attacking returns and on some crazy outside of the box shots. 7.8, already discussed the fixtures. Simply amazing. If you're not having the money to go for Eze, you can go for Sar safely. 5.2, a nailed right winger. I think that he will be ever present. I don't think he's getting subbed off. He's working his socks off. He's fighting so hard for the badge. And as mentioned, Leicester, West Ham, Brentford, that fixture run is pretty much amazing. And I think that the form and the fixtures will be created all together. Now, there is a little bit of controversial pick. It's Kulusevski. 7.2, if you're looking for a Spurs attacker, which is not what a lot of people are looking for, and you're looking for a specific midfielder, I think Kulusevski is your guy. He has several downfalls. He's not up for bonus like almost never. But here ends the downfalls. Ever present, 90 minutes guy, playing as a as an attacking mid or playing as a right winger. He is as nailed as it gets in that Spurs side, and even against Arsenal, I think he can create some chances. After that, against Everton and against Leicester, I think Spurs are scoring for fun. So if you are looking to bring in someone early from Spurs in midfield, I think Kulusevski is your guy. The price point is there, the bonus is not there, have that in mind. But for a differential 7th attacker, I think you can go safely to Kulusevski. Morgan Gibbs-White, I know the fixture is as bad as it gets, Liverpool, but after that, Southampton and Bournemouth. If you are considering Forest as a team to target, you can go for Gibbs-White or Elanga in midfield and you will not go wrong. Last week I recommended Elanga. This week I'm recommending Morgan Gibbs-White, as I want to give a special shout out to both of them. I could not include them here both, but you can pick one or the other. You can bench him against Liverpool, which is quite contemplating to pick someone and then just bench him. But if you are having the resources and the funds, you can do that and then have him for Southampton and Bournemouth to avoid a price drop and to fund some other movements around your team for a defender, for a keeper, or for a forward itself. Speaking about forwards, here are the forwards that I will be recommending, and there is another Crystal Palace guy. Mateta scored the goal against Chelsea, massive on the bonus. Leicester, West Ham, Brentford, I cannot say how much I think Mateta will score in the next following weeks. As mentioned, I think fixtures create form. I will keep saying that, and those 3 fixtures will create the massive form that Mateta wants to find this season. He's only 2.9, so if you're looking for a forward and want to replace someone like Jackson or someone like Cunha who you haven't replaced yet, or you have someone that is taking the piss in the squad, you can go for Mateta safely. Solanke, another Spurs player here, but Everton and Leicester is such a good fixture. Arsenal are not that sound defensively as of yet, and as you can see, Solanke can score from a very difficult situation, but he can miss from an easier one. You have to have patience with Solanke. As I've shown as of late, Solanke has been getting those points. I think that's a 3rd return in a row for him, which is a quite good thing to add. The final guy here that I will be recommending is Gabriel Jesus. Spurs, Villa and Wolves, I think, are still very good fixtures for Arsenal. I don't think he's being benched. They cannot score at the moment to save their lives a regular goal, and he is such a poacher that he will score those crappy goals, and he will be that target forward in the box, where he will just put the ball inside the net and he will give you points. I know that he blanked against Brighton, which is considered easier game than Spurs and Villa, but 2 games at home. Arsenal tend to perform well in those hard fixtures and in those London derbies, so I believe Jesus is a real option. To be fair, my favorite option here is Mateta from the differential players. Of course, I have better options like Wood and Isaac in the following fixtures that are not that differential, but if you're looking for someone to boost your rank massively, I think those 3 guys will do the job for you. That sums up the differentials and the best team. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and hopefully you will leave a like and subscribe to the channel. As usual, we are giving a shout out to all of the members. Set Florin plus 25 gifted, Zach and Oscar Papa. Here we have another hero, Scouser Air, plus 30 gifted subscribers on stream. On Saturday he went bonkers and I couldn't believe what I've seen. But yeah, he gifted 30 people the memberships for the upcoming month. So if you got a membership on Saturday, you can get say thank you to Scouser Air. If you want to become a member and support the channel financially, you can activate one of the basic, advanced, on legendary level. You can go and click the benefits that you will be getting. I think it's not a bad benefit portfolio that you'll be getting for that money. It's not something amazing, but at least you will be getting something in return for supporting me. If you are not able to support me financially, don't worry. Just clicking the subscribe button, the like button, and putting down a comment in the comment section will help my channel grow massively and will further down solidify me as a pretty relatively well climbing content creator in the overall term of things. I have been growing massively in the last couple of months. I cannot believe what's happening, but let's see if that we can keep growing all together. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of the channel. But for now, guys, I'll be heading out. Bye.